Good morning. It is Tuesday, the 12th of January 2021. Let's get started. Just before we do, there are still some packs of work behind me there. Can you see them? To be collected. So if you haven't collected your pack of work, it's still here available for you. Okay, let's start with spellings today. And yesterday we did section 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to move on to explain 4, 5 and 6 today. So as you know, this week we're looking at the sound. You can see it there up at the top, made using an O or an A. And you can see two example words there, orange, orange, and swan, n. Question 4 asks you to say each word aloud and try to hear that sound. And if the O in the word makes an sound, then you colour that O in. So, for example here with stop, p. There's definitely an sound there. So you'd get a little colouring pencil, any colour's fine, and just colour over that O, because it's making the sound. And be careful because every word has O's in it, but they don't all make the sound. So for example, don't here, don't. It doesn't have an sound, it has more of an O sound there. So you really need to say each word aloud and try to hear that in it. And if you hear it, then just colour in that O. This one here, there are two O's. Now I can tell you that one of them makes an sound and one of them doesn't. So you're going to have to colour in one of the O's there in the word follow. Part 5 then asks you to write words that rhyme with o'clock, cross, long, cost, and yeah, that's all of them I think, yep. So you need to try and think of your own words that would rhyme with these words. So 3 words that would rhyme with o'clock. So for example, dock, D-O-C-K. That would rhyme with o'clock. Just you can ignore the O there because we're not going to get anything that rhymes with the O and clock. But any words with an ock kind of sound. So 3 words for each. They're not going to be in your word list necessarily. It's just words that you can think up yourself. And question 6 is a bit like question 4. Only this time you're looking for the letter A in all of the words. And if the letter A makes an sound, then you colour in the letter A. And if it doesn't, you don't. So the first one there, you would definitely colour in the letter A. Was, was. So you would just get a colouring pencil and just colour in the A there. Now, has, as. You can hear that that's a different sound. The A is making more of an sound there. So you would not colour in that A. So go through each of the words, look at the A and see if it makes that sound. Now we also have some literacy writing today. You'll see I've written the date at the top. So this is today's literacy. And it's asking you a bit about last year. It's all to do with Happy New Year. And I know on Friday you did your New Year's resolutions with Miss O'Neill. I was looking through those and they were fantastic. Some of you have the same New Year's resolutions as me. One of them is to get outside more. Now, you can write as much or as little as you feel you can on this page. And there's 4 different sections and we're just going to talk through them. Now, the best part of last year was. So you have to think of something that happened last year, 2020, and tell me something about what was really good for you. What was the best part of last year? It was a funny old year, I know, with coronavirus and lockdown. I'm sure none of us will be writing coronavirus as the best part of last year, but just something that you really enjoyed. Write as much as you can, but don't feel under pressure to fill the whole box. But if you can, fantastic. If I had to do one thing again, it would be. So if you had to do something over again, what would it be and how would you change it? My New Year's resolution is... Now, I know you've written these already for Miss O'Neill, but if you want to choose one of them, maybe one that's most important to you, you could write it in this box here. This year I am excited about. So maybe there's something you're looking forward to this year. Maybe you're going to be making your first Holy Communion this year, or there's something else special happening in your home that you're excited about. So you can write about it here. So moving on to maths then. You have 2 pages of maths based again on the 3 times tables. You'll see the dates there at the top. I think they got cut off a little bit on the photocopier, but you can almost see it says the 12th there. So you're going to work through this page, filling in the blanks, and this one here. This says I can find the products of the 3 times tables. Circle the products. So let's just make sure we know what product means. So when you multiply 2 numbers together, and we'll take an example from the 3 times tables, seeing as that's what we're focusing on. 3 times 2 equals 6. The answer is the product. So the product is all of the answers in the 3 times tables. So the product of 3 and 2 is 6. The product of 3 and 0 is 0, for example. So these answers are the products. So you're going to search around this page and circle any number that you can see that is an answer in the 3 times tables. Now, for example, 15, you'll circle it definitely because 3 5s make 15. But will you circle 13? Not so sure. So go through these and circle any number that is an answer in the 3 times tables, because that means it is a product of the 3 times tables. Once you've done that, I want you to go on to hit the button if you can and practice your 3 times tables, see how far you can get and if you know them yet. It might take a few more days before we're very confident in our 3 times tables. Oh yes, and I meant to say, just to continue to go through your spelling sheet as usual, saying the words aloud and spelling them here in the Tuesday column. And I also meant to say yesterday that there is a little fun pack in your work pack as well, just little bits and pieces that you might want to do at your leisure. You can do those whenever you want, all right? And I don't need to mark them or anything, they're just for fun. But certainly if you want to show me anything you've done, send me a little picture. And of course you can continue to go on SumDog. The challenge continues this week until Friday. And as well, if you can, get on to Oxford Owl and work on your reading as well. And make sure you read your reading book more than once. The more you read it, the better you will get at your reading, okay? Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.